Hello, beautiful people. I go by the name of Bills, and I welcome you to Bills Africa. If you haven't subscribed, do what to subscribe. If you haven't share our page, do what to share so that we can build this lovely family together. Also, don't forget to leave your comment at the comment section. It's always important because that is where you can share your opinion. Today's episode is going to be very interesting. Today's episode is going to be a concern issue which I know by the end of it you are going to resonate and resonate. Okay, let me say it that way. But then I'm very sad. I'm very sad today for seeing a video like this. Actually, I don't think where we've gotten as a country, something can be done to fix the problem that we are facing at this point. If you continue to let politics lead us at this point, we cannot fight against any problem in this country. But before we have the conversation, I'm going to play you a video for you to have and then watch. Right from the video we can have the conversation. So watch this video right now.
And I dear I am a man who wants me. Galamsey for a way. When you move two boys and girls. Galamsey for and now one where dear I am a and now a barbesia and I will see Netium and I hoofy and I say one you coffee uncle jolly. Nami jolly we know whom we are. So I say, men and I'm why if you say no, hey? Obi te bank. Obi te bank, right? Good way, Galamsey for good way, check your thing. Me quite feel no, I can say, Macofan baby, hey? One, you see what I'm from my camera, no? You see, and I'm quite where they mean quite fear. No, I can say, Macofia and Macofa good. And hey, I'm on with your radio. Ain't you way Galamsey for her, Baba saying? Why not tell me? Why? Or baby, anyone tell me. That's why so much some more ready for you. Maybe fear the jolly one with scar a shanna home. I was saying, maybe at 12 o'clock. Say, Mamma fashion, my friend. Oh, me boy didn't have a day to the woman. Yeah. I mean, I did. And the other end, oh, Baba, I see what if you are red. You see, maybe you said, and then I'm crying in your way. Bama, and they will pay us, and who quite do my cobblay, I will pay us, and I will want you 500 over. Ah, Galamsey for money, any more hair, Mama ya ufi. Na ochina bi no. Ye bi no. Na yeska. And I atam ni say who. And they ya me ti fie. Na da be ma. Wo dai be ma. Ye me ma na dan yo. E me ma ko bisa. E me ma na dan ye. Wa sha wa ye hu fi. Ye kwa akojale he. What if you know when you're gonna want to yet? Oh, you're banana to your head. A two. Sankus. Yeah. Sankus. It's your way if it's a player. I bet first car. Yeah, what yeah. May Donald share from to me fly. What's me fly?
Alright, so you've watched the video right now, and this is something that many politicians come in power and try to make politics out of it. How many of you remember this phrase or this quote that was said by Dr. Koji Agri that state that if you educate a man, you educate an individual, but if you educate a woman, you educate a nation. Who remember that phrase? And then the phrase that say that what man can do, woman can do better. I'm sure you remember those phrases as well. Okay, so this is a crisis that has taken over our country, and politicians come on power and come and play around this crisis. Politicians come on power and come and play along with a serious crisis that is fighting against the country. Now, nobody should lie to you that the Galamsey issue is being fought by any political party. That's why I try to remind you about the phrase that states that if you educate a man, you educate an individual. But if you educate a woman, you educate a whole nation. Now, these are people who could have stood up to speak against the Galamsey crisis. They are the right people engaging into the Galamsey. And so they should tell you that we've lost the battle of fighting against the Galamsey at this point. We've lost the battle fighting against the Galamsey at this point. These are the genders who could have stood up boldly, campaign against the fight of Galamsey in our land that are destroying the water and then the land. They are the right people who are engaging into the Galamsey at this point. And you see, aside of they destroying the land, they don't even know, they don't even realize that they are causing harm into their own self. They don't even know that they are causing harm into themselves, because the water that they are standing in right here is full of chemicals. And you see how mad the water is. They don't care about it at this point. They are seriously engaging into the Galamsey. And the funny part is, they are also singing praises to God for, destroying the land and then the water. They are happy singing praises to God for destroying the water. And so if these people are the people that you are fighting for, are the same people who are engaging into the Galamsey, what tells you that somebody can come on power and fight against Galamsey? Nobody at this point. And you see, we live in a country that we're politicizing everything in this country. This is a crisis. This is an issue, a general issue that we could fight against it so well that we can put an end to. But what are we seeing? People come on power and then come and play along or politicizing it instead of fighting against it. You see, when the South Africans started fighting against foreigners, what did they do? They came together collectively and started fighting against foreigners. This is what we call effort to fight against something illegal in your country. But in our side of the story, it's different. Politicians come on power and come and play along with it. And then the same people that they are playing along with it will follow them massively and praise them for playing along with their emotions. I said, we've lost the battle of fighting against Galamsey. For me, I hate anything about politics because they come and then they play with people's emotions. So what I'm speaking to you is not about something that you could come and then politicizing. No. And I'm not sure Kwame Nkrumah will be very proud of the Ghana that he fought all his life for. At this point, Kwame Nkrumah will be very disappointed. He will be very, very disappointed at this point because the country that he fought all his life for, the country that he gave all his entire life to fight against the Europeans for freedom. This is the level that we've gotten to. Now, women that could have stood and then speak against a crisis like this are the right people who are engaging into the crisis. Now you know what is left. Now it's left with children who will engage into the Galamsey crisis, because right now it is women and men. The only people who are left behind are children, because in every country the priority of every country starts from children, women, men, and some countries they don't even include men, they include animals. And so in our side now, men are engaging into the Galamsey, women are now engaging into what is left is children involving into the Galamsey. And I know very soon children are going to also engage into the Galamsey. It should be your concern, because where it has gotten to, the next thing that we will see is happening in the cities that we are living in right now. Because for all we know, every land in Ghana has gold. And so if it has started in a way, or if it has started far from you, you should not be happy about it, because it is getting to a point whereby your houses are in danger. People will start digging Galamsey right in your houses or in your homes. You understand? That is the level that we've gotten to as a country. I always see the Africans or Ghanaians to be, let me use Ghanaians to be precise. Freedom and speech is not for us. Freedom and speech is not for us. Democracy is not for us. Because if you allow Ghanaian to do things by himself, he will abuse it. And that has been our lifestyle many years till now. But yet we refuse to admit the fact that freedom or democracy is not for us. We refuse to admit that point, or we refuse to admit that freedom and speech is not for us, or democracy is not for us. It's the reason why we are seeing what we are seeing right now. It's the reason why we are seeing what is going on at this point. Just very recently, the bus stop, profile how people are defecating by the sea, and also, doing, I'm sure you've seen the video, drying fish on the floor, all kind of things, because everyone feels like he or she has his own power to do anything that he wants without any accountability to anybody. You get it? It's the reason why we are seeing all these things at this point. A country whereby in less than 4 to 5 months will be 70 years of independence. This is what is going on in our country. This is what is happening in our country. We are busy destroying our waters. We are busy destroying our land at this point. There is no future for this country. So if you sit down for somebody to come and use politics to play with your emotions, it's by your own self. This is when I end today's episode. If today happens to be your first time, please do well to subscribe and share. Stay safe, stay good. Peace out.